Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make an origami frog. To do this, I'm going to use my origami set that I have here with me. If you don't have origami paper, go ahead and use a regular piece of printer paper like this one. All you have to do is fold the printer paper into a triangle like this and then cut off the excess. However, since I have origami paper here with me today, I'll be doing it with that. So I'm going to take a piece of my paper and first I'm going to turn it over so that the unpatterned side is up. And then I want to fold it over in half to make a rectangle. Once you've done that, go ahead and unfold it and then fold it in the other direction to make another rectangle. Wonderful. So now that you have your two folds, you can see here my paper is creased in a cross. You want to fold so that one of your triangle or one of your rectangles is facing this way, so that the open end is facing this way. And what you want to do is we want to make a set of creases here. First, I'm going to take the top half of this rectangle and fold it directly towards the middle. I really want to line it up with this middle edge here. And I'm going to use a fingernail to really smooth out that crease. And then I'm going to unfold it. The next fold we're going to do is taking this top corner here and folding it down to this corner to make a little triangle. Again, I want to make sure that this lines up perfectly with this middle crease. As I do this, I'm holding down with this finger and creasing with my fingernail. Go ahead and open that. And then we're going to do that on the other corner from here down to here. The purpose of folding so many times and unfolding it is so that we can make sure to have a series of creases. On here, you can see that there is a crease from each corner and in the center, and that's going to allow us to fold this in a particular way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pinching motion. I'm going to push up with my middle finger and use a pinching motion with my two index fingers on this side, and I'm going to do that on the other side. So from here you can see these folds now want to go inward, and that's exactly what we want to do. We want to push these folds in like this. Boop. And see how they meet in the middle right here? That's perfect. So once they meet in the middle, go ahead and flatten out this triangle. This is so much easier if you fold it and unfold it like I showed you. So next we're going to take this bottom edge and we're going to fold it up towards the center. And each time I fold, I'm really making sure to press on these creases. Okay, so next we're going to take the ends of this frog and fold it in towards the center. So you have a triangle here and there's some flaps. We want to fold everything under the flap, just like this. And you want to fold so that it meets the center of the triangle. And this way the flap can still lay over the top of it, but I've just folded this to the center. And I'm going to do that to the other side as well. Okay, so now we have a little arrow shape. This is the underside of our frog. If we turn it around here, we're going to see that this is our little froggy head, and this is the underside. What we want to do now is we want to get these little flaps out of the way. So I'm just going to fold in a sort of diagonal line. It doesn't have to be precise. What you want to do is you just want to fold these flaps up in a triangle like this, so that this little tip is peeking out next to this little point, so it makes like a little zigzag. And if we do that on the other side, I'm going to try and get them to be the same angle like that. When we turn it around, you can see these look like little froggy feet. Okay, so now that these feet are out of the way, it's time to do the bottom feet. What we want to do is we want to fold this up. This is very thick. I'm going to show you right now. This is how thick the paper is right now. So you're not doing anything wrong. The paper is just going to be very thick to fold from this point on. So just keep that in mind. Keep really pressing down on these seams just to make sure that everything is flat. And what we want to do from here is we want to take one of these corners and we want to try to fold it down into a triangle. This is how mine looks. It's a little uneven. That's okay. We don't need this to be completely even. And we're gonna do that to the other side. The reason we are folding this like this is because we want to actually pull the foot out from the inside of this fold. So once we have unfolded this, we're going to take our finger, and you see this little flap here? This was the flap that was folded inside when you folded this piece up. You're going to pull it out so that this remains folded in, but now the fold that you had made is out. And there's a triangle here. And it should be sticking up, and that's okay. Just like that, okay? What we want to do with this triangle is we want to flatten it so that it sort of looks like one of these legs. So I'm just gonna lightly fold it. I don't want to, there's a tendency to follow this line here, but I don't want to do that because I don't want this frog to look like this. See how like its leg is like sticking out? We want his leg to be down this way. So instead you want to actually try to fold at a diagonal. So from the center, fold like that. Okay, if that was a lot, I'm going to show you one more time on the other side of the leg. So from here, now that we've folded the corner of this inward, we want to take the inside of the fold and pull it outwards. It's best to hold the frog in place with your thumb while you pull this out so that the paper doesn't get crimpled or anything like that. So once this little flap has popped out, that's when you can make sure that it's flat, just like that. So if I were to put it back, we're actually taking the inside of this fold and just pulling it out, just like this. Cool. And so now that we're here, I'm going to do the same sort of diagonal fold as I did. I just want to bring attention to the fact that my origami is very uneven, and that's actually okay. The purpose of this isn't just to make a cute little frog. What I want to do is make a jumping frog. And so what I'm going to do is, with my little frog template, is I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to fold it in half. you should have something that looks like this. And after I folded it in half, I'm just gonna take the bottom half and fold it back. This will make a small accordion. Again, see how thick this fold is? Don't worry about it. This fold is just gonna be very thick. Just use your fingers to make a pinching motion. And there you go. There's your cute little jumping frog.